Hello everyone, my name is Fabio Evansyah Arifin. You may call me Evan. I'm from the Faculty of Language and Art. My major is English Education. I'm from Semarang, from Metese Tebalang to be precise. I was born on February 19, 2007 in Semarang, making me 18 years old in 2025. Since childhood, I have had an interest in English through many films and many Western songs, making me have English skills since the elementary schools. I started to hone my English skills when I was in junior high school. That's where I was introduced to English subjects. Coupled with watching many Western YouTube videos, I became skilled in English. Not only that, for the first time, I met friends from abroad by communicating through social media. My friends from abroad are happy to chat. Sometimes they also correct my English. Thanks to that, I became more skilled in English. My hobbies are drawing, playing guitar, and writing novels. I love drawing, both on drawing paper and digitally on my phone. Most of my work is portraits of people and landscapes. My passion for drawing has been there since I was in kindergarten, when I really liked the pictures in books and on television. Therefore, I decided to train myself to draw various things. Besides drawing, I also like playing the guitar. Sometimes I cover existing songs, but sometimes I also write my own songs and practice while playing the guitar. I use my father's guitar, which I have had since I was in elementary school. My passion for playing the guitar is rooted in my love of listening music, especially Western music. And finally, I like writing novels. Initially, I preferred writing novels with blank books, but as technology developed, I tried writing novels on my phone. I like writing novels in the mystery and fantasy genres. Even though I have postponed many novels, ideas for writing novels continue to come to me. My passion for writing novels began with my love of reading short stories in kindergarten and elementary school, then developed into a love of reading books with more serious stories in fourth grade. At that time, my classmates and I planned to write a story. However, as time went by, the plan to write story was forgotten. When I was in junior high school, I participated in an inter-class competition to write a short story. I was appointed to represent the class in this competition. In the end, I won the second place in the competition. Although I didn't win the first place, I motivated me to write a novel. I come from Kalimantan Kidul, one elementary school. In elementary school, I was known as crybaby student. My friends always bullied me and even made fun of me. But from there, my mentally was formed and become strong. Graduated from elementary school, I continued to SMP Negeri 33 Semarang. Here, I made a new friends, although it felt strange, but in the end, I was able to adapt to the school environment. In junior high school, I was known as student who was good at drawing and was good at English compared to other friends. Graduated from high school, from junior high school, I continued to SMK Negeri 10 Semarang, where I majored in light vehicle engineering. Even though it was different from my talents and interests, I still went through everything steadfastly. In vocational school, I was known as a sociable student, funny, and able to get along with anyone. Finally, after graduating from vocational school, I continued my education at UNES. I graduated from SMKN Negeri 10 Semarang, better known as SMKN Perkapalan or Vocational School for Shipping. I applied to Semarang State University because I wanted to. Although I failed the achievement-based selection and test-based selection, that ultimately accepted me to the independent selection. My first choice was English education, while my second choice was visual communication design. Ultimately, I was accepted into UNES, majoring in English education. During the new student campus life introduction, I felt unfamiliar with the campus life. However, After undergoing various introduction and adjustments, I became familiar with the campus life. Not only that, I also met many new friends. I live with my parents and my sibling. I have two healthy parents and I have one younger brother. My brother's name is Rafael Juliansyah Arifin. You may call him Rafa. He was a high school student in SMK 11 Semarang. He's 15 years old and he tends to be more chaotic and outgoing than myself. Since childhood, my younger brother and I always spark over small things. My brother was always naughty to me, but as the older siblings, I could only be patient and give in. However, as I became a teenager, specifically when I started junior high school, my brother and I became a little closer. This was especially true during the COVID 19 pandemic, when my brother and I were stuck at home because we weren't allowed to leave the house. It was during this time that our relationship became closer and more open. Although, as a loving brother, I still love him, keep him safe, and help him whenever he needs some help. Next is my father. His name is Arifin Susanto. He works at a private company mainly working on heavy vehicles and construction machinery rental. Our relationship is quite cold, but deep in my heart, I still love him dearly as my father, and I know he felt the same way deep inside his heart. He taught me everything about how to fix things and get things right. Next is my mother. Her name is Triuni Martiana. She works at a private company mainly working as administrator, managing the recruitment and manage the payroll in the company. Compared to the relationship between me and my father, the relationship between me and my mother was quite warm and open. She's the one who raised me when I was just a little baby and took care of me whenever I need some help. I love her dearly and so does she is to me. We are just a small family in a small house in the outskirts of the city, but together we keep each other safe.